You guys are doing this to yourselves, you know. Me and my good friend, Dr. Bellican, have met so many people who are just like you, getting too into a wild side and then facing the consequences that happen.
Look, I'm really sorry about what the mayor's friends did to you, but they were doing it for a good reason. You are lucky that me and Dr. Bellican found you while we still had a chance to.
Thankfully, we managed to save you all before you all completely died. And now, you're gonna be given a chance to start changing your lives for the better. Of course, you can still be allowed to do Tiger Troop stuff, but at least just slow it down. I'll give you guys some time to think about it.
The creator Bluebear. I really you guys mangoes.
Look, number 0, I know how much you love mangoes and everything, but they're really starting to get hard to find. But don't worry, you'll still get them. I promise. Number 0, no! Bluebear, number 0, are you guys okay? Don't worry, Appleman. We're fine.
Hello, Sillypants. We meet again.
Sillypants, who is this woman, and how does she know your name?
I assumed that Sillypants didn't tell any of you guys about me. Well, Sillypants, now is your time to tell them the truth. Go on. Tell them the whole thing. Fine. I'll tell you guys. But just so you know, there's a good reason why I've been keeping this from everyone.
As obvious as it sounds, I wasn't always mayor of this town. In fact, this town wasn't always called SP100 Town. It used to be called Normsville. It also used to be run by this woman named Marilyn Haroldklein, and she was a terrible mayor. She usually electrocutes people who are not acting human or are human at all. She ever uses her staff or her Haroldklein bots, and the electric shock was extremely painful to see. And here's how her downfall started. I was moving into a new town, but when I got there, all I saw was chaos and panic. Then, I decided to just drive off and hide behind a building to avoid the sight of the Haroldklein bots, which are the gray bots that you see. And then I looked on the ground and saw a newspaper about Election Day, and then I looked up and realized that I was hiding near a building that belonged to the mayor, Marilyn Haroldklein. And by looking at the newspaper and the building, I realized now that I couldn't just leave a town and let the citizens be in pain and suffering for the rest of their lives. I had to do something. So, I went to a near hardware store and started stealing a bunch of different paint cans of blue shades. Now look, it might sound like I'm doing something bad, yes, but sometimes when it comes to panicking while putting your plan through, it can sometimes lead to thinking unclearly. Anyway, once I've entered the HQ, I managed to find the garage, which had a box that had the spare parts for the robots that Marilyn Harold uses. And I used the spare parts to make my own bots, the Sillybots. And I went through many different shades of blue. Some of them are which Bluebear used to make his own Sillybot, Sillybot number 0. And yes, Bluebear, Sillybot number 0 is made by the unused Sillybot parts that don't have approving colors of blue.
Wait, so I built number 0 using unused Sillybot parts with different blue shades? How come Sillypants didn't tell me about this?
Anyway, back to the story. I was spending all of my time making loads of Sillybots. You see, Marilyn Harold only made 6 Marilyn Harold bots, but me, I made 30 of my Sillybots. I programmed them to follow my orders, and I waited for the election day. Fast forward to when that day happened, and it's where my plan started to play out.
Citizens of Normsville, as you all know, Election Day is a day where I test you guys to see if I'm still in full control of this town. There could be consequences if some of you try to stand up to me.
Sillybots 1 through 30, attack!
All of my Sillybots successfully managed to deactivate all 6 of Marilyn Harold bots, remove her staff, and expose to her for what she truly is. A coward who needs a lot of machinery that has electrocution to keep herself safe. And as Marilyn Harold was stripped from her power, I gave a speech to all the citizens that I would promise them a better future where all species are welcome in this town, no matter who they are or what they look like, and also changing the town's name from Normsville to SP100 Town, just to avoid PTSD for most of the citizens, of course.
So I'm guessing that this woman somehow broke out from prison all because she's ticked off that I replaced her as mayor.
You took away my position for years. You have no idea what that does to me.
You rightfully deserved it, you crazy brat. You've put thousands of people in danger when they were living in this town. But I made them safer. I made this town better.
Well, let's see how far this future of yours goes once I... What the...
Those moves. They look so familiar. But where have I seen them before? I wonder.
It's time we meet again, old friend.